Hi, my name is Vijay. I'm a property investor and I became a property investor many years ago as a method of transitioning from a full-time job into living on a passive income. Over the years, I have accumulated a number of residential properties, mostly condominiums, maybe one landed, or two landed over time. And all these properties are at that time running fine, collect rent, pay the bank, keep the change. Yeah, that's my philosophy of life. And then some friends invited me to participate in some commercial properties. One of the commercial properties we purchased is a building, and me and my group of 9 other friends, we ended up purchasing one floor of that building, which now runs as a hotel. Yeah, so that hotel is the property that currently is being managed and operated by Cobnb for us. My relationship with them began post-pandemic, and they were the ones that came in to kind of rescue us from a rather unscrupulous and untidy property manager. They managed to take that property over, turn it around, renovate, repair, and make it sellable once again, despite the damaged carcass that was left to us from the previous operator. I'm very happy that I've met and have Cobnb managing our property right now, because for one thing, we get our monthly statements and we get paid regularly, and it helps us to pay the banks and so on, which is much better than our previous operator. Well, a long time ago I was running an advertising agency, and that took up a lot of my time and effort, and we did have some multinational clients. It was very time consuming and very strenuous, so I was looking for an alternative income source, and what I found was that property is a common denominator among the wealthy. Everybody who's wealthy has a property portfolio. So for me, that was a logical direction to head into, and after doing a lot of research, reading books and attending seminars locally, what I then did was I transitioned from being an advertising agency owner into a full-time property investor. Well, in all honesty, when I say we, me and my partners, we own a particular property that is a hotel, and our previous operator, who was managing the property for us, was basically cheating us. What they would do is they would run the business but not pay us. They'd send us statements and so on, but at the end of the day, today they owe us a few 100,000 ringgit. Yeah, so somewhere along the line we decided enough is enough, and we then hunted around, asked a lot of friends whom they knew to be a good property manager, right? Someone that could run a accommodation type business and has the experience, has the number of keys, that they have the know-how. They're not new to the business and we're not the guinea pigs. So using the network of friends that I had, I got led to one organization who chose not to do our property because it's out of their circle of range, so to speak. It's out of their whatever 10 kilometer or 20 kilometer range. And so we ended up with Cobnb, Glenn specifically. I think coming from the background that I had with a unscrupulous and rather untidy, let's use that word to be polite, an unscrupulous and untidy operator prior to this, I think in the first instance, I was very impressed with Cobnb. Right? I met Glenn first, and Glenn and me had a long conversation, after which I met Louis, and then it was a transition over from the previous operator to us to take our property back. And Louis and his team inspected the property room by room and listed out all the defects and all the repairs that were needed. And I found that to be rather meticulous and very professional. On top of that, when he gave us pricing for repairs and remedies and things like that, having the experience as a property investor and having personal portfolio of properties, I found that the pricing was rather reasonable. It's not as if to replace a doorknob, there was a markup. No, I didn't see any markups. If there were any, it's not even seen. Okay, so I feel that to me is a level of trust and honesty that I'm happy to have. On top of that, in meeting with Glenn, Louis and some of the other personnel, I found everybody to be sincere, genuine, and working hard at building the Cobnb brand. As a result, I've become someone who promotes them to other property investors that I know. I think at this point in time, due to the age factor, the banks are not able to lend us money because the duration of the loan doesn't make it justifiable for us to purchase a property and then be able to yield a positive rental. That's the only challenge. I think what you need to do if you are thinking of putting your property in Cobnb's hands, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to know what you want. What do you want that property to bring to you? Is it a positive yield rental? Do you want the property well managed and well looked after? Do you want the people who utilize the property to use it well, or if there are damages, that you'll never see the damages? So because we've all got all kinds of tenants or guests, right, who may damage, I don't know, so there's no visibility to me. I want a hassle-free property ownership, right? What would be perfect is I pass it to a property manager like Cobnb, right, who runs the property, yields a positive income, right, which I can then pay the bank and hopefully keep the change if there's extra, right? And eventually the property is paid up from the revenue generated by the property itself. That's the ideal to me. So if you were intending to be a Cobnb client, like I said, you need to know what you want. Whether it's positive rental yields, whether you want a healthy property when it's done, because the previous organization that was running the property gave us back the property in a sad state of affairs. It was really, really bad. Yeah, as in there was a lot of repairs and damages to be done. I can't even understand how an entire door knob can go missing. And it's not a knob, it's a door lock system, right? Yeah, there was a hole in one of our room doors. Yeah, so that considered, I think Cobnb is reliable, trustworthy, sincere, and genuinely wants to grow their business. They are, and this is the most important thing about them, they are approachable, and I think I'm lucky in that I can always, it takes a bit of planning, but I can sit down with Glenn or Louis and so on and address issues that come to mind. Of course, we have chat groups where I can raise issues and someone in the organization will reply as promptly as they can. So if you're looking for a good property manager and operator, I recommend Cobnb for a number of reasons, as I've stated before, but on top of everything, it's because I don't have the headache or the hassle. I don't have to worry about most things. Yeah. If there's a bill that's not paid, I just screenshot it and send it in the chat group and it's sorted out. It's pretty hassle-free for me. So that's what I'm happy to have.